Good morning, everyone. Now we are going to start one experiment. What we call is to find the focal length of a given convex lens by plotting a graph of object distance and image distance. So, what all material is required for this particular experiment? You need a optical bench. So, what we have here is the optical bench, and you need two sharp edged needle. So, these are the two needles. They will work as an object and image. So, and then you need of course a convex lens whose focal length we are going to determine, and you need three uprights. These are called the uprights. So this is one and this is two. This is basically for holding the converging lens, or it could be a mirror. So whatever optical device we want to hold, we can hold through this upright, and this can be adjusted. This can be moved up and down by loosening this screw. So it can go up and down. So you got one, two, and this is the third one. So this is the upright, and then you need a index needle. I'll explain what is the index needle. You can take any sharp edged needle, like this is a knitting needle. If you don't have, you can use a pencil, but only thing is the pencil should be a long, and this is this side also should be sharpened. So this should this is and this is should be same. So this is what this can be used as an index a needle, and then you need a meter scale. So you can take any meter scale, and what we call, this is the spirit level. The spirit level, the basic function is to check whether the surface is horizontal or not. So this is the material what we need for this particular experiment. So now let us go the procedure. What are the steps which are required to do this experiment? So step number one, we have to find out the approximate focal length of this particular convex lens. So to find out the focal length, you must have done in your 10th grade experiment how to find out the approximate focal length. So what we can do is we can focus this particular lens on a distant object. It could be sun, it could be tree, but for this particular experiment, I am focusing this on the lamp, okay, on the light, and you see there is a sharp image of that light is formed on the A4 size paper. So if you see the image is here. Now you can see if you adjust the distance between the lens and the paper, you find that the sharp image is formed. Okay, so the image is formed on the focus. So to get the approximate focal length, you can find out the distance between the image and the lens. Now you see here, I'm measuring the you see the approximate distance is around 10 centimeter. So it need not be accurate, but it's approximate focal length of this particular converging lens. So that is a step number one. Now the step number two is find out for a different object distance, we have to find out the image distance. So we have to mount the object and the lens on the optical bench. So what we have to do is, first we have to ensure that this optical bench should be kept on your physics lab table, and we have to ensure that this particular optical bench is horizontal. So how do you ensure that the optical bench is horizontal? We'll be using the spirit level. So put the spirit level on this and see that the bubble is in the center. If the bubble is not in the center, you can see here the bubble is in the center, and here also it is almost center. If it's not in the center, you have got a leveling screw. You got a leveling screw on the optical bench. So by adjusting this leveling screw, you can adjust the level such that the bubble is in the center. So this is how we may ensure that this optical bench is horizontal. Now the step number 2. Now the next step is find out the what we call is the index error. So the basic aim of this step is to find out the exact distance between the object and the lens. So what we have to do is first mount the needle on the upright and mount the lens on the other upright. And now we can adjust the distance. Now take this what we call is the index needle and find out the distance. Find out the distance between the one of the pin and the center of the lens. Now you see this. Okay. And now, now next we measure the length of this index needle. So the length of the index needle we can measure using the scale. So like in this case, you see this is reading 24.2. So this is 24.2, and now we have to find out the thickness of this lens, because all the distance between the object and the lens is measured with respect to what we call is the optical center. So you can measure the thickness of this lens by using a micrometer. So this becomes the thickness of the lens, and you divide it by 2 to get the optical center, and add that value to the length of the index needle. So that is the actual distance between this upright pin and the lens. The next step is find out the distance between the distance which is measured by this optical bench. So for that you have got a scale on the optical bench. So find out the difference between this and this. So this is the measured distance between the object and the lens, and this you have to subtract from the real length of the index needle and the optical center. So with that way we can find out what is the index error. Like in this case, so we have to now calculate the what is the index error. So the actual length of this index needle was equal to 24.1 centimeter, and the thickness of this lens thickness was 8.75 millimeter. So this becomes equal to 0.875 centimeter. So therefore the actual length L0 will be equal to this L0 plus T by 2. So this becomes 24.1 plus 0.875 divided by 2. So this becomes 24.54. Okay. And what we observe on the optical bench, the distance as observed by the optical bench, observed distance was equal to 24.1 centimeter. So therefore index error, what we call is E0 is equal to L0 minus L0 dash. So that means 24.54 minus 24.1 centimeter. This is equal to 0.44 centimeter. So this is the what we call is the index correction. So similarly, you can find out the index correction for the other side of the lens. So this is how we have to find out the index correction. That means the actual length of the index needle as measured by the scale, then thickness of the lens, and add the actual length of the index needle, add it to the half of the thickness. So this becomes the actual length, and the observed length as given by the optical bench is 24.1. So this is the error. This is called the index error O, which is equal to 0.44 centimeter. Similarly, you can find out the index error I. That means the index error on this side of the lens. So in this particular case, object EI both were same. So this is the correction you have to do. This is called the index correction. So this correction has to be applied to the object distance and the image distance. Now let us see what is the next step. How do we find out the object distance and the image distance? So the next step is you have to mount the converging lens on this upright, and you have to ensure that the plane of the lens is perpendicular to the optical bench. So it should be exactly perpendicular. Now you have to place the this will call as an object. So you have to ensure that the tip of this and the center of the lens both are approximately at the same distance. So this will define as an object, and this plane will be the image. So this becomes the object distance U, and this becomes the image distance. So now the image of this A will be the first we have to ensure that the distance between this the lens and the object is between f and 2f. So like we found out the approximate focal length of this particular lens was 10 centimeters. So you have to start from around 21, 22 centimeters. So you have to keep adjusting the object distance between say 10 and 25. So for this particular case, what we have done is I have kept the object needle at a distance of approximately 22 centimeter, which you can read from the optical bench. Now this is U, and now you can see the image we call image will be formed on this side. So this you can call it U, and this you can call it V. So you can see the inverted image of that particular object, and make sure the image will be inverted. And if you look from the left and right, if the image is formed on the pin, there won't be any parallax. So you can see from the left and you can see from the right, and both the pins will move together. That means the image of the object is exactly formed on the object. So so once you have done that, now you measure the distance U and V. So one set of reading is U and V. Provide the make the necessary correction for the index error, and then tabulate your result. So this you can do for different values of object distance between f and 2f. So now you can move it slightly closer. Okay, now this is the new object distance. Now you find out the image. So you keep adjusting this pin such that you get a exact there is no parallax error. So if you move your hand left and right, this pin and the inverted image both should move together. So you have to take at least, you have to keep adjusting till you get the, see here. Yeah. So this is very, very close. So now you got another set of reading. So you have to repeat this experiment for different values of u and v, and then you have to plot the graph between 1 by u and 1 by v, or you can plot the graph between u and v, and you can find out the focal length using three different methods. So the first method is plot the curve between 1 by u and 1 by v, which will be a straight line. And if you plot a curve between u and v, you will get a non-linear curve. It will be a hyperbola. Or you can do the calculation. So you do the calculate the value of f focal length by using three different methods and tabulate your results and find out what is the error delta f as has been explained in the procedure. Thank you. That is the end of experiment number 7.